Okay, this is the second Flash podcast. Rich Vernadeau here, and we got Trent Elam and Robert Berry also. We're going to be talking about all kinds of different stuff. I remember the first show has already been turned into a YouTube video, and it's available to be watched there. And if you happen to tune in, stumble into this, be listening, and you want to call in and make a comment, it's 724-444-7444. Enter call ID 137393 plus the pound sign. Once again, that's 724-444-7444, 137393 plus the pound sign. This is a Flash podcast, and the first question for Robert Berry, and then Trent will answer the same question. What is the best video game or video games that you have ever played?
Well, Jeff, I can't speak up to date games because I really haven't played any of them. If I was going to say one of the best games I played would be the newest Mortal Kombat that came out, Mortal Kombat X. But if I want to talk about the past, that would be Zelda. Zelda is a really good game for me to play back in the day. I think it was for everybody, as well as Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is very...
Are you talking about the MS-DOS Elder Scrolls Arena?
Yes, I am.
You're talking about the one MS-DOS that came out in 94?
Yes.
Elder Scrolls Arena?
Yes.
I can't fucking suck.
The one where you had to unlock the gate.
That's not Arena. Morrowind!
Oh, yeah. I played that one, too.
Next time, man, goddamn. People need to know that if I tell you something about a game, I'm telling you that's just what it is, okay? I know my shit. I know very little in this life. What I know.
So, Trent, what are the best video games you've ever played?
There's a few just like really that stand out as just almost just perfect games. One is, of course, I know it's cliche, Final Fantasy VII. This is one of the greatest games ever made. By a lot. Like, it's phenomenal. In the Resident Evil series, that's one of my favorite names. Resident Evil 2, I think, was exceptional, but I really like Zero. Resident Evil 0 is fucking, especially when they did the remake and put it on PS4, it's outstanding. Castlevania has a lot of phenomenal fucking games. Like Wars of Shadow is great, but Symphony of the Night is probably just one of the classic, just the iconic Castlevania game. It's exceptional. Metal Gear Solid 2 is, phenomenal. Metal Gear Solid, I guess it's kind of really what you're into, because Metal Gear Solid 2 is amazing. It's ridiculous. But Metal Gear Solid 4, because of the Patriots, is great, too. But then the Phantom Pain, the new one that they have, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, is ridiculously good. It's crazy. It's really hard to gauge it. Honestly, one of my favorites was, it's a really old game. I wish I could remember what it's called. You actually had to link your combos together. It was an RPG, and this was, oh my god, I don't know, 20 years ago when the PlayStation first dropped. I remember when the PlayStation first dropped. I got this was for Christmas. Actually, it's cool. I got my PlayStation. I got Final Fantasy VII, Crash Bandicoot, Jet Moto, and something else, but it was obviously not worth remembering. But and once I played, and I played all of them. And I had played I used to love PlayStation Magazine. Remember PlayStation Magazine where they'd send you a demo disc?
Yeah.
I played a lot of demos, and once you start playing a game like Final Fantasy VII, nothing. You don't care about playing anything else. I mean, it absorbs you. Final Fantasy 15, the most recent Final Fantasy, is phenomenal. It is a great game to play. It's got a great story. Gameplay is incredibly fun and fast-paced, and it's really good.
Yeah, I got a quick one for you. Tell us about the time you won a Wii system at Hastings, and tell us what the best things about the Wii were.
Oh, the Wii was phenomenal. I loved it. Yeah, I got and you have to remember, the Wii was like the PlayStation 3 when it dropped. They were hard to find. I mean, you got, stores got one or two if they were lucky. And big stores got, Walmart was getting 2 or 3. And it was a raffle. I won the raffle. And I didn't win I had to buy the console, but I won the chance to buy one of 2 Wiis that they actually got in the store on drop day.
You were one of 2 people in this city that owned the Wii first.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, which was really cool. I mean, it was nice. And I got Twilight Princess, and most drop games, that's a game that comes out when the console is first released. They're usually shit. They're very seldom anything worthwhile. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was fucking phenomenal as a drop game, and I'm willing to bet I have yet to play the Switch, and I've yet to play Breath of the Wild, which I really want to, because I hear really great things. But apparently that's another, and Nintendo, they're good with drop. Everybody else is fucking terrible, but Nintendo can drop a game. So I'm looking forward to Breath of the Wild. For the Wii, Twilight Princess was incredibly fun, and it was the novelty of it. It was new. It was brand new. The motion sensing, that was brand new. So we were bowling and we were playing golf and tennis and what was Red Steel was one of the games that we played a lot, and just that whole thing. And it was actually a really shitty motion sensor. I mean, in reality, like it caught the first initial movement, so it wasn't the full movement that it would catch. It was so you could sit there and play a perfect game of golf just by flicking a wrist. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was really fun, and it actually got me up and got me, moving, because you want to get into it. You're playing games with friends, and there's 4 of you playing a game, and you're moving and laughing and and it's great. It's a lot of fun. It wasn't a bad console. The only problem, this is because this is an actual video game console. It's not a multimedia, tool or anything like that. It's not a computer system, which the new consoles now are more like, fully functioning computers. I mean, they're gaming rigs almost. They're not really, but you know what I mean. They're they serve more than one purpose, and they're not dedicated to one thing, which is kind of cool. They are ridiculous. Well, the PS4 Pro is being outrageous. Love it, and I like that. Those 60 frames per second, which is outrageous. That's faster than your eye could detect. You can't even see 60 frames per second. You know what I mean? Like it's. And the HDVR, shit like that is just outstanding. I mean, it's gorgeous. 4K resolution. Wow. Yeah, that shit's pretty. That's cool.
All right. That was Trent Elam describing video games today, state of the art. And I want to make a brief comment. My favorite video game that I ever played was one called Corpse Killer on Sega CD. It used actual real video, way ahead of its time. Remember, Sega CD came out before Sega Dreamcast. Anyway, you can go to YouTube and you can actually see clips from the fantastic video footage of Corpse Killer, which is extremely well done. Now, for my next question, we're going to Robert Berry. What's the best restaurant you've ever eaten in?
Oh, God, that's a hard question. Can I answer that? I'm a fat boy. I love food. I love
Welcome to hell, sucker!
I ate there the first time. Of course, the food went crappy, and eventually they closed down. But that's probably one of the best restaurants I ate at. So on Stockade, when we had a so on Stockade here, I guess that's pretty much what it still is. It's all right, I guess. Chicken and waffles up in Dallas. Chicken and waffles. When I was staying up in Dallas with a couple of my friends, we ate there, and they really got some good food. Odd combination, but good food. I ate at the Raging Cajun. They had this thing called boojin, something like that. It was really good. Yeah, I like bootin' balls. Yeah, you know how I like them balls, Trent. But anyways, the balls were really good. They fit perfectly inside my mouth hole. As
long as they were moist.
They were moist. They were really moist balls.
Almost choked down some dry old balls.
No. Nobody wants to choke balls. Anyways, what's some of the good places you ate at?
Yeah.
Trent?
Inquiring minds want to know, Trent.
All right, well, first I have to just give a giant shout-out to Morimoto's in Napa.
Morimoto's
is phenomenal. I mean, their blowfish is just unreal.
Is it that when you have to carefully prepare or poison?
Yeah, it's like a master chef or something is the only one that's actually allowed to prepare it and serve it, because if you slice it the wrong way, then it becomes poisonous. I mean, it's already a poisonous animal, but you know what I mean? Like you slice it the wrong way, then I guess the poison is leaked into the actual meat that you're going to ingest, and then you get poisoned. Let's see. There's a lot of, in California, it's all about the food, man. There's so many. The Bottega in Yountville. Yountville has some of the best restaurants just imaginable. French Laundry, Bottega, shit like that. It really depends. Oh, you know what? The best chicken and waffles I ever had was at the Pear in Napa. A place called the Pear, yeah. The badass chicken and waffles is outrageous. There's this one really interesting place called Melted. I'm pretty sure it's probably still there in Napa. I haven't been in Napa for a few years, but it's probably still there. They did all of, like, original, their own, waffle sandwiches. They had like a barbecue tuna fish waffle sandwich. And I'm telling you, everything was fucking out of this world. It was just amazing. It was crazy good. And then you have all these other stores and specialty stores like Dina DeLuca and shit like that, where they just have the best, this is the finest food. It's outrageous. I mean, you have options. And you know what I really like about it is here, there's no, I mean, we're in a place called Paris, Texas. There's fucking nothing here. The nicest restaurant, fucking Applebee's. That's a joke. Right. That's a joke. They're microwave their fucking food. They don't even have chefs. They have cooks. It's shit like that.
Is Chili's any better?
No. It's not better. I know you're making a joke, but it's offensive because fuck them both. Right. But I'm just kidding.
Those dollar drinks on Wednesday. What is it?
What I really, I like the, I'm not even going to lie, I like the dollar PBRs in a mug. Yeah. That's the name of homegirl Lively I always get. Okay, so Pat Zlerman, yeah. Pat. Oh, I was going to go to a weird place. What I like about it is, like, okay, so you have the price, and you have this really exquisite, phenomenal food prepared by just really capable, outrageous chefs, that, and fresh ingredients. It's just this level far above this crap here, and for roughly the same fucking price. That's what gets me. Is you go there and have a nice dinner, and it's not much more than you would pay fucking Chili's to give you just frozen crap.
Hey, and you can weigh in on this, Trent, because you live there. I've heard that what's so outrageously disproportionate in California versus Texas is rent. And house payment. The groceries are not that much higher. The restaurants are not that much higher.
And they are higher, but they're not that much higher. What's really out of proportion, I mean, just like 1,000% increase is the rent.
Right.
Here, you can get a nice apartment for $500 a month. I paid $1,425
for the same place, just smaller.
For a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I mean, it wasn't too small, but it wasn't exceptional. It wasn't a nice.
Right.
And to rent a home, you're looking at $3,000 plus, per month to rent.
I also heard that in California you pay your water bill every 2 months instead of every month.
I don't know about that, honestly.
And the electricity, however, out there about the same.
It's about the same.
Okay.
It's really not higher. In fact, some of the places here are actually, like TXU is not. I guess it really depends, and then you also have to think here you're blasting your AC because it's hot as shit.
Yeah, whereas there's cool air coming off.
There's cool air coming off. You're opening your windows and just enjoying the breeze of the day and that kind of thing. But you're right. It's the rent that's just way more, and you do get paid a little bit more. I mean, your minimum wage in California for some shit job is going to be $10.25, something like that. But it's still, the rent is just out. It's just way too high. Basically, like for me, not married anymore, shit like that. Like the single, you're going to rent a room. You're not getting a fucking apartment. Mm-hmm. You're not going to do that. Yeah. You have to have roommates. So you're probably going to rent a room. That's what you're going to do. So that's unfortunate. And then different cities have a different price, of course. I mean, Vacaville's not as bad as Napa, and Fairfield's not as bad as Vacaville, and American Canyon is not that,
San Francisco, it's like off the start out there.
Yeah, it is. It's disturbing. It's so bad. And there's like this little city. It's like in Marin County, I believe. It's right outside of San Francisco. It's like the most expensive in California. It's one of the most expensive cities in the country. But there's also this one city which is probably, and they actually, it's really funny. It was considered the happiest place to live in America. Now here's how they based that. They took tweets, right? Just what people tweeted from different locations in different cities and things like that, and they measured happiness by keywords and things like that. Like they looked at these tweets, and so obviously if they're saying, "Oh fuck my life," or "It's raining and fuck this," and blah blah blah. That's not a happy tweet, is it?
Are they measuring insanity by the tweets that Trump comes out with every day?
I think they forego. They just kind of threw that formula away because we've lost enough pride. We can't keep going. But Sebastopol in California, in Sonoma County, is probably the happiest. It's like the happiest place to live. And of course, they also use words like wine and drunk and stuff like that to measure happiness too. So maybe that's partly why. But I've been to Sebastopol, and it's gorgeous. It's amazing. I want to live there. I want to live there.
California wines are now winning awards that used to only French wines won.
That's been happening for 30 years, bro. I mean, it was like the Judgment of Paris and shit like that. Like started with like a Stag's Leap, and Stag's Leap was for the red, and what was it? Chateau Montelena won the tasting, a blind tasting in Paris in like '76.
Wow.
I think it was. And that's when it first started getting on the, started getting on the map, is Napa Valley. Napa Valley started it all, but it's spread, and now it's they're different appellations, different regions, so they have different profiles. My favorite is Russian River and Calistoga wines. From that appellation, probably my favorite. But it depends on what you like to drink. I mean, because you're going to want a Pinot Noir from a different place than your favorite Chardonnay. It's
the top is right.
Different style. It's the varietal, yeah. It's a stylistic goal, and it needs to kind of go in line with what the winemaker's trying to do and what actually goes well, what that grape can do. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
All right, now we're going to move right on to the next question. I'm going to go to Robert Berry for this one, and then to Trent Elam. What are your favorite movies and why?
Oh, man. Favorite movies. I have to go for all the Resident Evils, just because of all the high-packed action. I mean, some of the stuff happens when you're least expecting it. I'm really deep into Resident Evil, zombies, that kind of thing. That, and I'd have to say my next best movie would probably be, I don't know, Wrong Turn or something like that. I like Wrong Turn, suspense, It ain't every day you get to see people eating other people, so, I mean, it's...
Massacre of You. Shout out for Texas again.
I just like, I don't know, scary movies. Anything with Underworld. Underworld is another one.
I've always thought you make a good Leatherface. Oh, you get the tall side one better.
You lost your bearing, didn't you?
Yeah, he'll come back. All right.
Anyways, what's your favorite movie?
Okay. Oh, man, I have just like dozens of favorite movies. That is going to be a hard one to pin down. But I like anything that's action-adventure. My favorite all time has to be the original Dawn of the Dead, where they land in a mall, 4 surviving humans. They're fighting the zombies who are trying to invade the mall. Then a motorcycle gang shows up. This is George Romero's second installment in his fabulous series of zombie movies. It started the whole Living Dead series, the whole zombie thing that's been going on now for 40 years. George Romero. First was Night of the Living Dead, and then with the follow-up Dawn of the Dead. Now, there is the remake of Dawn of the Dead. Don't care for it. Definitely prefer the original Dawn of the Dead. And now we're going to turn to Trent for his favorite movies and why.
Okay, because taste in media is fucking paramount to anything, right? My favorite movies, let's see. I'm going to have to say, I go by directors a lot, honestly, like Baz Luhrmann and Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson's probably my favorite director. I love everything he does. Bottle Rocket, Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Rushmore. God, it was just, even the Fantastic Mr. Fox was phenomenal. And it's fucking kids movie. Kids is good, I guess. Kid-esque. It's really, really good. Rob Zombie's rendition of Halloween is fucking outstanding. And then, and then House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects is just exceptional. What else? There's it's weird. I like these weird, offbeat, quirky kind of fucking movies. Like Frank is outstanding. I can make you a fucking ridiculously good, just all of these amazing movies to put on your Netflix queue. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World is great. Frank, Asthma, really good. There's
Eastwood, Gran Turismo.
Gran Torino. Gran Torino. Gran Turismo is a racing game.
Hey,
it's actually a driving simulator. Excuse me, it's a driving simulator for PlayStation. Gran Turismo is dope, though. Lately, I'm not as critical when I watch a movie. I can appreciate it, but if you want something exceptional, then you're going to want to look